Hello, hello. Sekejap Alright, here we go. How's it going everybody? Welcome to my stream. And hari ni kita buat awal sikit hari Rabu. And aku perasan juga ramai kata, why buat awal, jarang live awal. Ya, I know. Sebab esok and lusa, hari Khamis dan Jumaat aku ada hal sikit, malam aku tak free. So that's why aku plan, okay lah, tak apalah buat awal lah. Sebab hari ni pun ada je benda nak buat, ada kerja nak buat, tapi tak apalah. Kita chill-chill jap, live, layan korang. And kita akan main story quest. Sebab ramai juga suggest yang main, suruh aku main story quest ni dalam live stream. Sebab katanya menarik and ada kena-mengena dengan dia punya, ada kena-mengena dengan ARLECCHINO punya tu kan, yang short animation hari tu, anime tu, right? So aku rasa pun macam tertarik lah juga. So yeah, kita buat dalam live stream lah. And hari ni lah kita akan main. I know memang ramai juga dah buat, but that's alright. So korang boleh lah tengok aku main and tak ada spoiler. Anyway, yeah. What's up guys? Selamat Hari Raya semua, selamat malam. Izzuddin saya first, mantap Izzuddin. Kunju awal live, yap memang awal. And next week, tengoklah. Aku sekarang ni jadual aku memang tak confirm dah, tak tentu. Kadang-kadang free, kadang-kadang tak free. So that's why kalau ada tiba-tiba macam ada hari yang aku free, aku buatlah macam hari ni contohnya. By the way, Zarato, congrats sebab dapat C1 ARLECCHINO. Lain macam. Itu terdapat ke memang nak dapatkan dia? Itu tak sure. But anyway, congrats. Tahniah. Tengah mimpikan ni fazyFiq live hari Rabu? Nope. This is real. Not a dream whatsoever. Hari ni Selasa. Hari ni Rabu bang. Hari ni Rabu. And aku punya ARLECCHINO tu pun still level 70 kot. Aku rasa baru level 70. And aku dah unlock juga dia punya world boss. Weekly boss tak unlock lagi. World boss dah. Tapi aku still tak explore lagi lah dekat area baru tu. Dia punya world quest pun aku tak ada buat sangat. Congrats Fazy menang oleh terlepas last stream. I see. Platinum Heart tak ada last stream. Thank you. Cuti hari pekerja ke? No. I know today is Labor Day, but YouTuber tak ada cuti. So that's why aku kerja. Malam pun aku kerja. C3 Chlorine. The heck? Serious shit. Tapi Chlorine tu pun aku memang nak pull dia. Aku punya primer sekarang memang tengah sedih. Memang low gila. Memang tak banyak shoot. Tengah layan Staril concert. Ada concert Staril? Konsep macam mana maksudnya aku tak sure, but yeah. Hari sini nak tengok Fazy buat Arlen. Mantap. Kita akan main ARLECCHINO punya story quest. Macam biasalah ada story quest. Memang sejam lebih lah. Lebih kurang gitu, right? Dapat ARLECCHINO PT4. Okay, itu luck. Tak main HSR now. Memang aku dah lama gila pencin. Sekarang ni account aku ZR2 tu lah. ZR2 tu tengah main account aku. Daripada biarkan berhabuk, right? So that's why aku bagi orang suruh mainkan. So main lah ZR2. Aku pun tak tahu dia still main lagi ke tak aku punya account ZR2 ni. But yep. Nanti up TikTok pasal ARLECCHINO tau bang. I mean aku dah lama gila tak up TikTok apa-apa. Aku rasa dah sebulan 2 bulan kot lebih kurang gitu. Aku punya TikTok pun dah berhabuk dah. Aku ada plan. Memang ada plan. Idea ada nak buat video pasal apa semua. Masa untuk buat content, nak edit tu macam tak ada sangat. Sebab sekarang ni pun aku kerja aku as video editor juga tau. So macam aku dah edit video untuk orang lain, rasa macam burn out untuk edit untuk diri sendiri. So that's why content dekat YouTube pun aku macam tak ada nak upload sangat. Aku buat live je sebab tak perlu edit apa-apa. Siap story quest ni kira unlock lah weekly boss. I see. So kena main weekly boss. Kena main story quest ni dahulu lah. Wait, aku sekarang nampak masuk hari Jumaat ke tiba-tiba ada live. Hari ni hari Jumaat. So that's why aku buat live sekarang ni. Malam bang boleh review. Review apa tu? InsyaAllah. Aku dah lama juga tak buat review. Selalunya dah nak end stream baru aku buat review. But tengok dulu macam mana. Ada Jingliu. Yep, account aku last aku pull Jingliu tu lah rasanya. Yang perempuan tu, right? Tapi aku tak build dia langsung. Maybe build sikit je. I don't know sekarang ZR tu dah fully build ke belum. I don't know. You just got another new character, Aventurine. Okay, tu aku tak sure. Aku pun tak pasti nama karakter baru ni semua. Shielder kan dia. Alright. Congrats. Walaupun account aku, but congrats to ZR tu. Wassalam Syami. Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome. Hari ni kita chill-chill, santai, layan aku main story quest. So kalau yang dah main tu ataupun yang belum main nak tengok apa silakan. Sebab kadang-kadang ada orang tak nak tengok. Sebab apa? Sebab takut spoiler. So yeah. Kena halau. Nampak ada tanya apa-apa ke? Oh, okay. Nampak. Artifact paling better untuk ARLECCHINO apa Artifact baru tu paling better untuk dia. Tapi aku tak ingat apa namanya. Tapi orang kata second option boleh guna Gladiators Finale. Artifact baru tu aku tak ingat apa nama dia. Serius. Tapi insyaAllah nanti masuk stream aku tunjuk. Masuk game. Patut lah schedule 3 kali video seminggu hilang. Yes. Perasan Alright, aku memang sebelum ni upload 3 kali video seminggu. Seminggu 3 kali aku upload video. But now seminggu sekali, and kadang-kadang seminggu aku tak upload pun. Busy though. I mean sebab adalah sebab lainnya. So yeah. Selain daripada aku memang jadi video editor untuk orang lain, tapi ada sebab lainnya juga. Jing Liu OP teruk. I know Jing Liu tu OP, tapi aku tak sempat nak merasa dia punya OP tu. Sebab aku tak build dia. Jing Liu Fazia ada naik. Mantap. Mestilah kena naik Jing Liu tu. Wajib. Aventuring Zhong Li HSR. Oh, serious lah. So dah bukan Shielder. Sebelum ni aku guna siapa yang rambut blonde tu, aku tak ingat apa nama dia. Itu pun rasa shield dia dah padu tau. Jing Yuan Fazy dah OP. Hoi, Jing Yuan yang lelaki tu, right? Muhammad Z. Hi Fazy. Hi. What up? Furina Riran bila bang? Tak sure lah nak. Kemungkinan besar 4.7. We'll see. Nah, biar aku buka aku punya Genshin. Punya Genshin ni. Genshin. Alright. Bulan depan chlorine so kena rajin farm. betul. Memang kena rajin farm Primos. Aku tak ingat dah Primos aku sekarang berapa. Sekejap biar aku tutup music ni set. Pause. Alright. Russian Malaysian. Wassalam. Selamat Hari Raya by the way. Raya masih belum habis. Aku lately ni macam Raya dah nak habis barulah banyak orang buat open house. So that's why esok lusa pun aku malam busy ada open house. I mean it's not actually an open house, but macam pergi beraya biasa je lah. Chlorine yang link untuk 4.7 macam power. Ya. Kalau tak power pun aku memang akan pull dia. Sebab aku rasa dia bukan DPS. Dia more to support code lah. Tapi aku suka tengok dia punya skill. And dia punya burst. Memang gempak gila. Aku sekejap Aku terus masuk game dekat boss. Seram. Alright. So boss ni tak payah nanti. Maybe aku akan buat dengan korang lepas habis story quest code. Tengok dulu macam mana. Yang penting kita nak settlekan story quest dahulu hari ni. Willy, selamat Hari Raya. What up? Faisal boleh panggil saya Rus. Oh, Rus Malay. Okay. Perasan nama tu, serious. As all sums gonna notice that. Yeah. I mean kalau yang dah lama tengok aku since 3 kali video seminggu tu maybe perasan lah. But anyway, thank you Imran. Harap dapat keep the consistency over this year. InsyaAllah. I hope so. Aku nak tunjuk aku punya ARLECCHINO tadi. Ada orang tanya artifact siapa yang nice. Aku tak ingat apa nama dia. So tapi aku pun tak guna artifact baru lagi sebenarnya. Still guna 4-piece gladiators. Cuma yang baru apa nama dia Sekejap. Ini Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. Ini dia, tapi aku tak farm lagi dekat domain ni. So aku prefer korang farm lah kot. Sebab aku ada tengok juga perbezaan damage artifacts ni and gladiators. Walaupun tak adalah macam banyak sangat nampak beza, tapi still banyak lah. I mean still ada beza lah. Memang guna artifacts ni akan lagi bertambah sikit damage korang tu berbanding guna 4-piece gladiators. Chlorine is DPS not support. Serious? I don't know. Tapi ada orang cakap dia support. I don't know bro. Or dia sub DPS. I don't know. Kita tengok je lah nanti macam mana. Sebab kalau tengok gameplay pun memang nampak dia gameplay DPS lah. But we'll see. Aku ada reunion reward sih. Padahal tak on berapa je hari tu. 20 hari lebih kurang. So story quest, ARLECCHINO. Here we go. Accept. Focus experience. Oh. So maksudnya maybe kalau macam ada sebelum ni kan kena siapkan quest lain ni kan. So sekarang boleh teruskan jika walaupun kita tak siapkan. Itu baguslah pada aku, serius. I mean tak perlu. Tak perlu nak buang masa buat benda lain dulu sebab aku rasa memang banyak gila aku tak buat. Dah lama tak main Genshin, sekarang layan ML. I see. Nak caw dulu sambung homework at math. At math tak pernah tak stress, brother. Good luck.
Over here.
Lini. It's been too long. Pula ARLECCHINO ke hari ni? Tak. Saya dah pull dia hari tu. Dah dapat dah. Kenapa aku dengar macam slow? Korang dengar slow ke okey je voice? I mean audio.
I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home
front.
front.
Arranged us.
So Father arranged for us to stay.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more...
Perasan?
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble.
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps
Yeah,
I
the
can
name.
fill in the gaps.
So, adakah dalam story quest ni kita akan dapat tahu sebenarnya dia ni memang baik ke, jahat ke, anti-hero ke? Aku tak tahu sebenarnya ARLECCHINO ni apa.
You know.
Tapi aku rasa dia more tu macam
Maybe we don't need to know.
anti-hero lah.
It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right?
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved. I
A little
understand.
curious.
I'm well aware you've
Yes,
had your
sir.
fair share of confrontations with
Apa yang
the Fatui in
terjadi?
the past, and I can't exactly guarantee
Meow.
that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for
Oh
right
yeah.
now, however,
Now pun kita boleh
I would
pet,
say we
right?
have little reason to
Tapi
be
yang
at
boleh
odds,
pet
wouldn't you agree? The
kucing
House
yang
of the
masa
Hearth
World
could
Quest
stand
tu
to
je
be
lah.
more
Kalau dekat
open
luar-luar ni tak
with
tahu boleh ke
those
tak.
who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive.
What sort of root?
A rumor that a certain
Phantom
phantom child is
child?
hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Oh.
A phantom child?
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. Lenny,
Alright.
I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
Okay. Oni-chan. Ay, bro, kau lawan dengan Raiden kot? Come on. Fight dengan Raiden takkan takut
It
dengan
has long
the
been a
Naive?
dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Sure.
All right. We don't have anything else to do right now
Okay,
anyway.
aku dah agak
Of
dah.
course.
Benda
During
yang
our
paling
stay
aku
in
boleh agak
Poisson,
Paimon
we've been
dengan
helping out
makanan.
the locals with some fishing.
Of course.
We bring in let's go.
Kira tu
I'll take you to
dialog
where we're staying.
wajib untuk Paimon. Paling jahat Fatih setakat ni doktor tu je. Yeah, right. Dottore. Itu je lah yang memang macam tu nampak jahat dia, right? Macam child dia tidak, si anak derhaka tu pun tidak. I mean dia macam more to, dia tak jahat lah, dia macam I don't know, susah nak explain dia, tapi macam tersakiti je lah, lebih kurang gitu, right? Other than that, Signora, ya Signora pun boleh nampak jahat dia juga, tapi dah mampus.
We rented this house from one of the
Allah
locals
kena
to
macam
use
tu
as
pun,
a
aku
temporary
tahu
base.
ramai kata macam tu, tapi
I'll
aku
come
still
back
tak
later and tidy
tak
up a bit.
try fight lagi guna
After
dia.
that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Sebab aku rasa aku nak fully build dulu, baru aku nak
Awesome,
guna.
thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happen to run into you two, with this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then.
Okay.
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along.
Thanks. Masih tak jatuh tengah baca chat. ARLECCHINO got a bit unique personality. Yup, tu aku setuju. Bruh.
Linny, you're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Chaplau.
Brought them with me?
Chaplau.
Yep, here you go.
Caplau. Macam mana pronounce dia in France?
Hello? Something caught your eye?
Why? Dia nampak traveler?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Uh-huh.
No way!
Damn, son. Retis?
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once.
Oh, it's all right. Gotta say, Paimon
Yeah.
didn't realize we were this famous. Of course. Father and Linny have told us so
I
much about.
see.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare
Serious?
hands. I heard
I don't think
Paimon
so.
eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel
That's
Laforet
true,
in
that's
just
true.
3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, come on. We insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. Huh?
Potion fork?
Or maybe Chaplo can teach you guys
Chaplo,
about
okay.
stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not...
Wait, when you said, but those are the best things we can give you. Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll
Paimon.
teach him a lesson for you.
Betul tak? Traveler. Paimon. Isn't it?
All right, folks,
Chevros,
Elwar.
rasa
I
ada
think
kot,
that's
tapi
enough
tak build.
suggestions for
Rasanya lah.
now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm...
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you.
All right,
Alright.
see you later.
See you later, alligator. Cuba Fazy guna Team Raiden tapi Xingqiu ganti dengan Chevros. Chevros boleh pakai 4-piece emblem. I don't think aku akan try team tu. Sebab apa? Sebab aku
Scared
malas
you
nak
did it?
build.
That kind of
Malas
talk
nak build
comes with being
character.
part of the House of the Hearth.
ARLECCHINO ni pun tak
Foltz
fully
was
build
really
lagi.
young,
So aku nak
he
fokuskan
strangled all
ARLECCHINO
of his
dulu.
family pets. Just how Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her
Obsession
from
with
trying all the
potions, lain
different
macam.
concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. Chaplo is around my age. While I'm mainly
What?
responsible for collecting intelligence,
Alright.
he handles surveillance. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of
Nampak
talk,
macam 10 tahun
but
beza.
I can promise you they only
Or
have the
more.
best of intentions. Think
But aku nak tahu macam mana boleh terjadinya kita fight dengan ARLECCHINO punya boss tu. Like apa point or situation yang menjadi apa yang mendatangkan macam tu lah.
Filial, supplies are here.
Pernah cuba main game macam Final Fantasy, Saga or Souls. Final Fantasy aku pernah main kat PS2 je dulu. Tapi I'm not a fan sangat. Souls game aku pernah ni lah main Elden Ring.
Thanks. And who are these?
Kita pun main tak habis. Susah sangat so aku jual balik game tu.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's
Famous
nice to meet
sangat
you.
ni.
I heard you've traveled to all sorts of
Betul?
We're making our way all across to that.
Just to find my
Oh,
sister.
Good for you.
Tapi
You
tak
must be pretty
jumpa-jumpa.
familiar with Fontaine by now then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently?
The
I think it's
4,000th
called,
Thief.
Oh,
Hmm.
this is the first we've
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the post.
Oh, and there's the blind maiden too.
Okay, kita banyak
After this
just
mission is over,
mengenali
I'll go get a
orang-orang
manicure.
dekat puasa ni.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get?
I heard that.
Oh,
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others. Yeah, we're definitely.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now.
Snatch
sure they
Naya, ya.
That's enough, Filial.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right?
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time.
Okay, boleh. Papa Roger.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Oh, that's it? Alright.
well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be
Yeah.
something. You're right. We're only here as guests after all.
Kita macam ada
One
situation
thing
right
super
here.
far ahead. Come on, look.
Aku perasan tak bila ARLECCHINO attack dia ada macam pakai weapon sight. Ya, memang tahu dah pakai tu pasal tu. Memang khas untuk dia je lah. Kalau kita
What
guna
do
dia
you think
punya
of the
signature
members you've
weapon.
met so far?
Check in baru lepas tengok konsert Star Rail. Ramai tengah tengok konsert eh. Anyway,
Well,
thank you Lee.
Father is
for the
always
super chat.
encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Wanna cooking?
Then let's head out. And...
Tanya Paimon nak join ke tak?
Fremine, what
Of
are you
course.
doing
100%.
here?
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again.
you too.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember
Wanted to
you
make
mentioning
seafood
you
soup
wanted
for
to make
Fazy and Paimon.
seafood
Serious?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine?
It's nothing.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here.
Kau kan magician. Come on.
Water. Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware.
Ya.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's
Nak
going
menipu
on.
pun ada skill eh.
Is it really bad enough
Alright.
that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some.
Pahal. Kenapa tu Femine? Ada awet ke?
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face.
Father. Alright.
Just follow me.
Okay, here we go. Aku ingat si Juin sih.
Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny.
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Heart.
Oh,
Just like you. You can call me Clairvy.
Clarvy. Alright,
Clarvy?
Clarvy.
It's nice to meet
So,
you.
why frame ni nak bagi dia budak ni ke?
Does that name ring any bells, Lenny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching
Oh.
for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine.
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
Why?
For how long?
Why?
About
Half a month.
half a month.
What?
So ever since we got to Poisson then?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If only
Yeah.
you knew the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that.
Why? Si ARLECCHINO nak buat apa kalau dia bagi?
Don't you remember last year? Chapelot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission.
Ya.
That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes. That
Alright.
feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices. It's happened many times in the House of the Hearth.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, but she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. So
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father.
come with me.
Alright.
There are a
Alright,
couple
Fremine.
things I'd like to
Dia
say to
ada
you in
hati
private.
yang mulia. I guess saya kerja hari ni tak boleh join nama Gak. Oh, okay. No worries, no worries.
Those two sure care
Thank you,
a
by
lot
the
about
way.
each other.
Thank you, Lee. And happy working.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it.
Frame ni
Where
macam
Paimon
side
was
eye.
floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell.
Asal dah macam Kushina
Never
sih.
know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
No one can get out
No one-
alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny.
Oh really? You didn't mean to? Cause I for one wish you did.
Huh?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the sip
Yeah.
later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, you and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind
Yo,
of heated
Slini.
between Lenny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them. Oh, it's raining.
It's raining.
Hopefully.
Macam mana kau boleh rasa raining dalam ni, brother? I mean, sister.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't. Oh, wait a
Kacau
minute,
lah.
Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything all right?
Come on, Paimon.
everything's fine.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble
Yeah.
themselves with.
Cebok je.
In fact,
What are you getting at, Traveler?
when guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And
Yeah.
I just thank you.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, that means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can set.
I've tried that already.
And?
I get nothing.
And
Yeah.
nothing.
Mm.
I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but she even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house
So
is,
dia memang spirit lah.
Hmm.
Kot.
I don't know much about spirits.
Kalau dah macam tu
Let's
sekali.
see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll... Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish.
what is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the mastermind.
Alright.
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal
So
the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on
maybe
three.
akan terkantor juga
Ready? 1,
by ARLECCHINO sendiri.
3.
Fist
I
bump. Macam mana boleh ada Lynette? Dari mana datang? Oh, Lynette mengendap.
Whoa!
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
So aku rasa dia dengar lah semua. Right.
And when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
Why?
You
Tiba-tiba?
3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out
Oh,
you were
serious?
just hiding her. I heard you
Okay.
talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Alright. Tapi Clevy ni apa pula? Like, identity dia macam mana pula? Itu pun aku nak tahu.
I'm full.
Is that
Thank you for bringing
lasagna?
me this food. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Dah. She's a spirit. Betul juga, right?
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the
Alright,
Still,
alright.
when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while.
Does she
Okay.
know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she...
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? A knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
Ke ini budak yang masa dalam animation ARLECCHINO tu
The roster? Oh,
Tak ingat
I
saya aku
don't
apa nama
know.
dia.
I
Clairvy
think
ke?
there might be some
I don't know.
things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. In this house, some people are family and other people...
Kan ada kawan dia yang
are
mati
just
kan dalam
test
short animation
subjects.
tu. Tapi aku tak ingat apa nama dia.
Those kinds of people
Muka dia
aren't
pun aku
ever
tak cam,
going to
rambut
get a
pun aku tak
place
ingat
on
warna
the
apa siut.
roster. Wait, does that mean the knave...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Kalau betul ni dia,
She's my best friend.
alright.
She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Makes sense lah.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster, but it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
Exactly. Oh. Sebetul lah. Alright. Aku baru macam teringat.
It
Damn.
can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
Serius aku tak ingat sih. Like, tiba-tiba macam, okay, otak tiba-tiba macam bagi ingat, so aku teringat.
To go outside, where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
No one can get out alive.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette,
Mana
try
boleh?
and find the list of
Spirit tak
executions
boleh
that
kena
Clairvy was
sunlight.
talking about and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while.
Alright,
Ah,
boleh,
I
boleh,
know
boleh.
gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it will
Serious?
alert me that
Memang-
something's wrong.
Memang dia akan perasan lah, walaupun she's not looking.
Of
I
course,
mean,
that's only as a last
it's
resort.
ARLECCHINO.
If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no... If the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything.
Okay.
We're not... You too.
Takkanlah tiba-tiba
Okay.
ARLECCHINO
this
marah
is where we
terus
part.
nak fight dorang ni kan?
Father should be at the beach nearby.
Sebab tak bagi tahu pasal Clairvy ni.
I really hope this goes well. No.
Obtainer. So the knave ada dekat. Alright. Di dalam short animation, ya. Kena kill dengan ARLECCHINO. Tak, sebab nampak graphics dalam anime tu macam lawa. Dalam ni nampak berubah terus. Nama sebenar ARLECCHINO ialah Peruria. Ya, aku tahu pasal tu. Ada ternampak dekat Twitter. Terus spoil sikit. Spoil pasal apa tu?
And child. Hey.
Kalau pasal Clairvy tu, it's not a spoiler sebab memang kita dah tahu dalam ni, right? Dalam dia punya short animation.
Oh, it's
So
you
that's
two.
alright.
I didn't expect to run into you here. I
Kenapa
was
tu?
unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the primordial sea.
Oh.
After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya. And well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished...
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really
Skirk?
wanted to meet
Ya,
up
aku
with
lupa
her.
pasal dia.
By the time I got back, she had already left.
Dia tu aku
I
rasa
still have
maybe
so
akan
many
jadi
questions for
playable
her.
Snezhnaya kot.
Without any other
Kot
leads,
lah.
all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She mu-
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence,
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink.
Hello or oh yang
They
bulat
didn't
tadi
go
tu.
down easy, let me tell you. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time.
Project Stuja?
Apa tu?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're
Yeah.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Woi, dia punya line boleh tahan eh.
We just
Voice line dia lain macam.
right. We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Betul, apa lagi yang kau nak?
Oh, well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short
Good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Okay.
Wait, don't go.
Ya.
I'd also like to
Hai
hear the
Charles,
answer
semua
to
benda
this.
kau nak tahu sekali?
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually remind
Yeah.
By the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
Ya, ini semua yang dalam animation dia tu lah.
Based
Okay.
on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of
No.
lies.
Hardly.
It's true.
I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But I don't intend to
Alright.
call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate.
Betul.
People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives.
Yep.
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you?
Where the chest?
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something
Alright,
else
apa
that
dia?
really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42
Okay.
Leave you falling asleep. Alright.
Well,
Ay,
would you look
sampai
at the time?
dah nak
I
maghrib
should
ni.
probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Yelah, she nak
Again,
fight.
this is a conversation we can
Nanti
have
kita
when
fight
you
eh.
less.
All right. Well, Thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis.
I like the sound of that. Well,
Alright, bye-bye.
We should probably get
No more
going
office
too.
banter.
Do
Yeah.
you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child
Dia
was
rooster
there
ni
to keep
selalu
the
lawak
conversation
family
going.
child dia. Dia rooster
I don't think she
Aku tak
suspected
perasan siapa.
anything, do you? Oh,
Back to Poson. Yapa. Boleh pet? Oh tak boleh. So memang kucing yang dekat World Quest tu je lah yang kita boleh pet ya. Skip Chlorine pull Columbina terus. Columbina tu siapa pula?
Well,
Tapi Chlorine
long
aku nak
story
dia.
short, we ran
Aku
into
nak
a
Chlorine.
small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to
Lepas tu dia hilang kod spirit dia.
but as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight,
Yeah.
she vanished.
I mean, she's a spirit. What do you expect?
I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Aku ingat dia dah pergi ke sunlight. Belum lagi.
huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... Well, we could always try... Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually the sun went-
Alright.
How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list.
Oh,
It's
okay,
right
okay,
here.
okay. Perasan. Yang menyanyi dekat coffin Signora tu, right?
Really?
Dia pun nak keluar ke nanti?
For it. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
Banyak siut. Dapat gaji ke tak ni?
Huyad, Landois, Chambert, Horaire.
Horror, apa French punya pronunciation? Execution, damn son.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission.
Did
Oh.
he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work.
Okay.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please.
Laju
Hermione's
siut dia
not
punya ni.
here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out?
Rooster yang mana siut? Aku tak perasan siut rooster tu.
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a few
Yang tahu
people,
Capitano.
but I
the
couldn't
Torre,
help but notice
Columbina.
that the atmosphere in the house was a little
Kalau benda tu aku baru perasan lah dia yang mana.
strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chapeau
Chapeau
and Filial are a
Filial.
good example.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and they're,
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people,
Ya,
that's
maybe
an
sebab
identity they never
si
asked
Arlecchino tu
for.
fatui, so diorang pun anggap
Certain
diorang ni
members get
fatui
older
juga
and
lah.
realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, people like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui.
These
Okay.
kinds of conflicts.
Oh,
Well,
dia tekan.
that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clearview.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But she's told me about it before.
And they just believed all that? Without any...
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Project
Hold on a
Stuja.
second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together.
Ya, Rooster Regrader.
Apparently,
Okay, ni pun
it
orang
has to do
fatui
with the
juga ke?
Fatui's strategic plan for
Aku
the
kena
future.
search diorang ni nanti.
Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in
buat
obtaining the Gnosis, we now
apa?
have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly... It's just that... we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan... It's an honor in...
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside.
Ini pun dah
What
macam
does all of this have to do with the
ada
conflicts
kaitan
you were
dengan
talking
akun
about
quest.
earlier?
Walaupun it's
Paimon
a
doesn't
story
get the
quest.
connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal.
But no.
But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be...
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good. Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, have a good night. Tidur. Pakai spek plus pendek. Oh, okay. Perasan. Aku ingat muka-muka Fatu yang dekat table tu tahu, yang masa Signora punya apa, dia punya kematian tu. Ya, tu aku ingat. Cuma nama je aku tak pasti siapa.
But she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out
I don't know,
about
man.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
Kau pandai lah hidup.
Oh, well, in that case, we should just
There you go,
plan on
Clairvy.
running away. We'll grab... Look over there.
Yeah.
Quick,
What's
let's
she
catch up
doing
with her
over
before
there?
anyone sees...
Ada si Joy tadi bikin cara hati gadis. Setuju. Gadis ramai nak pull dia. Malam tak join live abang sejak busy ni. That's alright brother, that's alright. But thanks sebab tuning in sekarang. Alamak, dia dah hilang.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
Jin aku dah C3 ya guys. Lagi 3 cons je untuk seasons. Harap ada luck lah. Harap kalau kalah pun lepas ni dapat Jin lagi lah.
Oh, look, she stopped.
Let's go. Let's go. Kapitano tu kemungkinan besar kot tersempat dengan Welkin Moon bila. Sebab Kapitano tu aku rasa memang paling last lah kot aku rasa.
I
Kita
opened
jumpa.
the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Alright, sekejap lagi. There's nothing here, yeah.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might
ARLECCHINO
regret that decision.
kill me.
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including
Itu yang
me.
itu dulu. Sekarang dah lain.
As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a
Doktor ni
fate
kira
worse
memang daripada
than
dulu
death.
dah ada ke apa?
I've
Ke
seen
doktor
it
lain?
happen again and again. You're saying the knave did all that? It's just that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's that name again.
That's ARLECCHINO.
Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. She looks so young. But it's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, Perry and
serious
I
ah?
promised each other.
So dekat
Once
Snezhnaya nanti
we're
ada
older, but I can't find
Aurora.
her. I'm worried she's all souped. No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do? Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Shock jugalah lepas tahu if kita dah tengok yang short
Alright,
animation tu
looks
apa yang
like we're all
berlaku tau.
here. Let's go ahead
But
with
kalau
the
tak
plan.
tengok memang akan rasa what? Apa yang berlaku? Sama macam dorang sekarang ni lah. Like apa yang berlaku? Siapa dia ni? Apa semua?
What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but we're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set
Okay,
this. I
faham.
did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am...
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying.
Why
The easiest thing
why
to
budak
do
nak
would be just ask the knave
menipu?
directly.
Budak
but
tak menipu.
Paimon
Kecuali
doesn't
dalam
think
Genshin
he
tak sure
does.
lah.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. Lynette,
Oh,
you're with me.
serious?
Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
ARLECCHINO insan tersakiti. Yap, boleh kata macam tu lah. Hampir everyone dalam Genshin ni tersakiti. I'm not gonna lie. Nanti Papa Kino guna Morgan Sukoyomi, bruh. ARLECCHINO sebenarnya adalah The Last Uchiha Damn son. So dah bukan Sarada sekarang ni. I mean dulu Sasuke and then beranak dapat Sarada. So now Perry Uchiha.
Ah, it's you two
Like,
again.
okay, tak kena.
I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night? Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract.
Like, aku dah kata dah.
A good one. But
ARLECCHINO mesti tahu semua benda,
we were
right?
just
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least
Yes,
of all a little
sir.
scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
Impossible lah
I'll leave
kalau
you to think things over.
si
If
ARLECCHINO ni
you're so
boleh
inclined,
distract
meet
macam
me
tu je.
outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now. Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good. Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny...
Yeah. Perry the Platypus. Palais Mermonia. She's need a partner such as me. Come on, Kunjo.
Seeing as we still have
Daripada
some
hari tu
time
down
before
bad
my
ni.
meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being
You're not planning on doing anything...
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette,
Yes,
and Fremine.
sir.
Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. Perhaps
I mean,
can offer you this
ARLECCHINO ada ni ke? Ada
consolation at
perasaan ke?
least.
I don't think
As
so.
our guests,
Lepas
you two will not be held accountable along
traumatic
with them.
childhood dia yang macam tu.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. longer.
Damn.
If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it this time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now,
Ataupun
for
si
the matter
ARLECCHINO
at
ni
hand.
pun just nak main-main dengan diorang. I don't know.
asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Alright, aku suka dia punya karakter. Personality dia pun wow. Alright, dia naik. Dia jumpa Nevelat ke ni? Ya, aku rasa lah. I mean, siapa lagi, right? Yup. Of course, Nevelat.
It's been a while, Monsieur Nevelet. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you've brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
Alright. Apa yang ditulisnya di situ?
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Nevelet. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappear. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean. But I would not see their existence rendered meaningless.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Nevelet, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolence. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Nevelet, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Nevelet. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions.
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Dah macam anak-anak ikut mak. Down bad. Always been. I knew it.
So, what exactly were you talking about?
Betul lah,
back
aku pun nak
there?
tahu juga.
Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything.
Agak busy body jugalah Paimon. Tapi bagus jugalah sebenarnya sebab macam kita yang main ni pun macam nak macam soalan yang ditanya tu semua memang okay, kita pun nak tahu juga. Yapa, yapa. Okay, tu siapa?
Oh, shoot. Are you alright?
Bro, tak nampak ke, bro?
I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm
Familiar.
short on supply.
Aku macam tak cam
All
sangat
the
muka dia.
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident.
Asal dia macam takut.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora. It's just I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here, your payment.
Oh, thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right?
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer?
Apa lagi?
Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter
Yep.
the situation in your favor. I'm
Yep.
sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition.
Okay, apa dia?
If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Betul, setuju.
Possibly.
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far. Wonderful. Here it is.
All right.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean when the time comes?
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Mantap. The guy on execution list. Oh, okay. Okay. Yang orang ada berbual pasal dia punya scar tu, right? Okay, baru aku terperasan. Baru aku teringat. Sadakah itu pun... What? Spirit? or soon to be execution. I'm not sure. Kat mana tu? Apa hal macam jauh sangat aku teleport. Alright. Bila Wuthering Wave ZZZ dengan projek Mugen release? Aku rasa maybe ZZZ yang akan Triple Z je lah sering cerita kan, akan release dulu Code, and then Wuthering, lepas tu Mugen Code. Itu pun kalau diorang release this year lah. I mean GTA 6 kan next year. So yeah.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Oh wait, serious lah Wuthering Wave. Oh. So Wuthering Wave dulu lah.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble.
Adakah ini tempatnya ARLECCHINO robohkan tu?
No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened here.
I think so.
Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
Yes.
And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the
Crucibina.
Hearth. From the outside, it
Oi.
seemed like a fairy tale.
Dia punya ni
A
pun dia
thriving
ambil
family
from
made up of kind adults and friendly.
animation lah, macam anime punya animation. Okay.
Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother
Oh,
by
serious
blood,
lah, by
but
blood.
she was also the mother to all the children
Memang
in
mak
the
dia,
house.
not just dia panggil as a mother lah. Okay.
Clairvy was happy here for a time, but she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't
Okay.
exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat, but as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force
Duel?
them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
Yes, sir.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing...
Nah.
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter.
Yeah.
She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Peruere.
The friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
Peruere, apa maksud
Clairvy
dia?
was a cheerful and passionate
Ada kata in
person with a
France
tenacious
and in
spirit.
normal English.
Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Perouer that she hoped to create a real family. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Perouer would look out at the moon together.
Okay, baru aku
Fierce
ingat juga pasal
longing for freedom
asyik
shining
buka
in her
window,
eyes.
window lagi tadi
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her
Yep.
if she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained. Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. From that moment on, Perouer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, it was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end.
Tapi kira dia mati bukannya
She
masa
wasn't
kecil kan,
surprised by
masa
the
dah
fact that she emerged as
teenager lah lebih
mother's
kurang.
undisputed
So
heir.
why dia
Rather,
punya
her
spirit tu
success
masa
left
dia
her with
kecil?
an inexplicable sense of restlessness.
I mean selalunya kalau orang buat cerita lah tak macam tu, right?
She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Crucibina, you mean? But
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. Perouer won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name.
ARLECCHINO.
ARLECCHINO.
so the Perry Clairvy was talking about, it was you all along. You're Perouer. ARLECCHINO is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity.
But as
Not
father...
and that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed.
Yeah.
So the Clairvy we met, was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self.
Oh,
Her
okay.
appearance
Makes
wasn't the
sense.
only
I
thing
mean, buat
affected.
aku
Most
ada
of her
tanya-tanya juga
memories
pasal
were
tu.
lost to the
And
bliss as
sedikit
well.
judge, but yep. Now makes sense.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years worth, however.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present.
So
Alright.
if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed, yeah.
She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple.
Okay,
In Clairvy's mind, the
faham.
house is
So
impossible to
ini
escape.
pun sebabnya,
And it is this
alright.
very
Bukan sebab dia spirit
perception
ke
that
apa.
traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must
Alah,
be
dia pun memang dah
punished.
mati kan, so...
That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them.
Is this really what you want to do?
Alright, Traveler.
Whatever.
Traveler bersuara.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall.
serious?
I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time.
Alright.
Here they are, Father.
Claire pada kat situ.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a
Apa?
first for me.
Bangga siap. Excited. Alright.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Yes, Perry.
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
So time ni yang
Father, let me explain.
dia berubah.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
Oh, damn.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added,
Budak-budak ni
"I'm
apa?
sick of this
Spy
life.
untuk ARLECCHINO
I
ke
just want to
apa?
live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things
Ni
you talk
memang.
about really crossed the line.
Oi.
You've been
Kau punya
spying on
spy.
us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. I'm sorry, Chapleau. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Maybe Traveler nak halang.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
Execution.
All those who betray the house.
And so it shall be.
Damn son.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way.
Oh,
Draw
fight
your
dia.
weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat.
Yeah.
Duel?
Fight dia. Beat dia frame ni.
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even
Bro,
for
dia
Linny.
dan dia estimate Linny si jahat siut. Come on, Traveler. Backup, backup. Ini baru 3 orang, tak full party lagi, right? Yeah.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Linny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Yeah?
Oh, looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
Then we will lose.
When
Yeah?
guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
When the time comes.
And lend your help
Okay.
to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
Bro, why?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is
Traveler dah
this.
fight berapa orang
Keep
dah?
a firm grasp on your weapon and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Yes, sir. Okay, now. Oh. Okay, aku ingat fight guna diorang tadi. Rupanya guna karakter kita sendiri juga. Okay. I mean, team nasib baik aku bawa team yang nice. Okay lah, kita tak nak nampak lemah, so aku tak pakai Zhongli lah. Okay, kita tak pakai Zhongli, okay? We fight like a man, like a real man, brother. Oh. Tapi yang senangnya ada ni, ada new villain. Oh damn. Of course.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
Clearing a bond of life. Apa maksud dia bond of life tu? Aku still confusing. It's confusing me, brother. Op. Op.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Come on. Nice. Clear the bond of life and use a charge attack. Okay. Oh, tengok dia berubah. New V solo Alright. Nak try? Jom kita try. Aku rasa boleh je kot, cuma makan masa sikit lah. Lama sikit lah kot. Why masa playable tak boleh guna macam ni? Kalau playable macam ni, hoi. Bro, mana Chi? Solo ni villain Op. Ada juga Lini tolong attack. Okay. Dia punya ARLECCHINO punya attack time tu macam Kurama sih. Apa nama Kurama punya attack? Aku tak ingat nama dia. Tapi adalah lebih kurang. If you are thirsty for blood. Oh my god, aku kena charge. Jauh sangat. Oh my. Yep. Saya tahu. Hey. Come on. Alright. Mestilah kena dekat scene jap. Baik tu. Nasib baiklah dia guna claymore. Kalau bukan claymore ni.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Okay lah, ARLECCHINO ni memang nampak OP lah as a fighter harbinger, right? Okay, GG. Itu memang mampus kot.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god, Shadow Clone.
I'm sorry, Father.
Nah. Yeah. Ain't no way boleh bantai macam tu.
Pitiful excuse for an attack.
Traveler with a dull blade. Come on. Baik siut. Ayo. Lakling. Okay, apa yang akan terjadi pula sekarang? Aku rasa memang tak ada yang mati pun. Tapi nak tengok juga.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Of course. Sharingan. Oh my god, that's
A crimson moon?
Tsukuyomi.
I can't move.
Ni macam Itachi punya power tu. Serius. Apa nama dia, Tsukuyomi ya?
Still, not strong enough to beat
Yep.
me.
Dia boleh mati dekat situ siut. Damn.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand. Brother, are you all right?
Lenny,
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
Serius lah, takkan nak bunuh ah. Aku tak rasa dia akan
never
bunuh
thought
juga.
things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the
Yeah,
duel demonstrated
I
a
knew it.
remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth. And
Oh,
will be
okay.
expelled from the organization.
Still ada juga apa denda
In other
dia lah.
words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house and give you a new identity.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. So dia pun tak kena bunuh lah. Tu yang aku ingat. Tu spirit juga ke? No. But dia punya memory
is
hilang
a
lah.
Mysterious thing indeed. Losing a
Yep.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't.
Even so. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chapleau, Fultz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson.
I mean lagi
and bring Lenny and
best
the
lah kot.
others as well. I
Dapat
prepared
keluar.
3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Let's go.
Alright. Okay, I mean ARLECCHINO
Here,
still
grab my arm, Lenny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
macam dia tak ada perasaan sangat lah senang cerita, right?
Claire V.
Dalam expansion Koyomi Genjutsu.
Can we talk now?
Semua
I've been
campur sekali
waiting
power
for a
betul
super
ARLECCHINO
long
ni.
time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident?
Neither. You died, Claire V. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless. Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means
Yeah.
Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? And what—
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky.
Alright.
Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan,
Yep.
only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past.
So itulah apa yang dia deal dengan si Neuvillette.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned.
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, And a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories we could probably
Talk about land of electro anymore lah.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard, playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen.
Okay, so memang kena
That's
berbual
where
semua.
Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. Those yokai you mentioned. I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super... Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni.
Oni. Oh.
Yep, I was always too afraid to skip Mother, but at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of... I'm just kidding. Being able to study... The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime. And they were... Oh no.
Memang
That must
berbual
have been
lama
hard for all of you. Don't worry. We were able to turn the situation around super quickly. Thanks to... How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene
Dia
and...
kata cappuccino ni bukan dari Snatch Naya tapi more to Kenria. Oh. Wow. I don't know, but teori Genshin memang banyak. So yeah.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten.
over time. Yeah. Macam mana nak menang guna Dual Blade? Itulah pasal. I mean lawan Raider pun guna tu. So yeah. Maybe Traveler je yang ada power guna Dual Blade tu kot.
You've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
Yes, go. Find your freedom.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Dekat
There's no getting older for me.
another world.
Seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Nangis tak ARLECCHINO?
May we meet again someday.
Nah. But story dia best. No kidding. Memang best. Serious.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Aileen?
Father?
Lini?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Dengar-dengar curse dia tu lebih kurang macam Forbidden Curse from Kenria. Oh. Dia betul jugalah. I mean, yang dikalahkan Mother tu just from
Father,
that curse.
the bottled flames
Right.
have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
Okay.
And you? What have you decided?
Tak nak lah. Nak dengan father.
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas, I must admit. I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me.
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Okay.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of... We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
Alright, Deneve.
Thank you.
So aku nampak dia punya personality sekarang macam mana.
Surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take... Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
From here kita nampak ARLECCHINO. Baiklah. But tujuan dia yang difatui, tak tahulah apa yang dia nak buat, right? We'll see. Wait until 2 days later untuk apa lagi. The day after tomorrow. Lama juga dia punya story quest kali ni. I mean untuk ARLECCHINO ni lah agak lama lah. Hampir 2 jam dah aku rasa. Damn. Tapi best lah. Serious best. Buat aku rasa macam that's not a story quest. Itu dah macam Archon quest. Lawful evil. Something like that. Boleh kata begitu.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été?
Birth detail, alright. Dia menarik lah, memang menarik. I'm not gonna lie. Oops. Now kita pun ada yang baru iaitu Sino punya story, right? And karakter baru tu pun nanti akan masuk playable juga dekat 4.7.
Lynette, Fremine, how are you feeling?
Sekarang ni kita 4.6, right? Ya, sekarang ni 4.6. Okay.
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Claire V...
Yep,
Linny and
she's
the other
gone.
members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Claire V. Actually,
Oh,
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusabina died a year after Claire V. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Oh, serious?
Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Claire V included.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Claire V.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false
Alright,
foundation
okay.
of a family should
That's
be
what a
free of
father or
any
mother should
corrupting
do.
influence. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how
Kalau tak kau dah
insignificant
mati
our
agaknya
lives could have
sekarang ni.
been. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Finally semua orang dah berbahagia. Settle kita punya story quest. Dapat apa tu? Alright. Aku boleh rate 10 over 10 for this story quest. I mean even better kalau macam kita dah tengok dia punya short animation tu tau. Maybe kalau yang tak tengok pun tapi dah main ni, habis mesti kena terus tengok. Barulah faham betul-betul. Tak keluar lagi Sino part tu, tak sure. Aku nak claim Primos. Sini rupanya Catherine.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Aku check jap. Tak keluar lagi lah. So maybe masa next ni kot. Next phase baru keluar story quest yang baru tu. Kot, I don't know. Tapi memang banyak Aku tak buat lagi. Aku punya quest, look at that. Damn Zan. Banyak agak story quest tak siap lagi. Yap, memang tak dapat. I mean memang banyak tak siap. Biar aku check je aku punya prime master berapa sekarang. 7367. Tak banyak, tak banyak. Another 7 fate. History. Aku ada pull sikit hari tu. 5, 10, 10. Ya, okay, aku takkan pull lagi. Save for Cloran. Lama juga weh dia punya story quest ni. Tapi best lah. Memang macam tak rasa boring lah. I mean aku pun into dia punya story. So yep. And settle lah kot untuk kita punya Genshin hari ni. Aku tak buat apa semua yang lain tu, semua aku tak buat. Aku save for later. Apa nama dia? Farming ya. Tu nanti aku save for later. Nak ARLECCHINO dapat karakter favourite Cici, bruv. Cici memang Hoyo suka bagi kat kita. I mean nanti pun kita ada Cici 2.0 iaitu si Juin. Si Juin akan jadi playable juga dekat 4.7. And lagi seorang yang nama member sana, aku tak tahu dia member ke apa, tapi tu pun akan jadi playable jugalah. Thanks for today. No problem. Thank you juga dekat korang semua yang join aku punya stream ni. Thank you so much. Nanti Bang Fazzy bila live next week. Hari apa itu tak sure. Sebab sekarang ni memang maybe random je kot. Aku rasa bila kalau ada malam tu aku free, memang aku akan buat. Tapi kalau boleh memang aku nak buat Jumaat lah. Cuma kalau Jumaat tu tak free, terpaksa buat hari lain. Thanks Fazzy for live stream. No problem. Thank you juga Zaid sebab join. Pelatihan harap bayar esok kerja. Alright. Go. Tidur. So nak kerja. Hari ni dah cuti right? Labor Day. So esok sambunglah kerja balik. Tapi ya, yang macam aku cakap, aku memang read 10 over 10 dia punya story quest. Kalau lah story quest memang macam ni je kan. Oi, best tu. Serious. I mean, not just maybe have fun dengan karakter tu je lah. Standard story quest right. Macam spend a day bersama karakter tu. Nah, ni just macam bagi tahu backstory apa semua, itu shock lah pada aku. And maybe yang buat lagi hype-nya sebab Hoyo ada keluarkan short anime untuk ARLECCHINO ni. Tu yang macam buat lagi menarik tau. And then ada kaitan pula tu. So of course lagilah orang tertarik untuk main. Semoga next stream ARLECCHINO sudah terbit. InsyaAllah. Aku pun harap begitulah. Tengok dulu macam mana. Thanks Bang Fazzy. Good night. Alright, good night. Bye-bye Fitri. Untuk video pun aku plan maybe antara hari Jumaat, satu Ahad ni aku boleh upload at least satu lah video. Sebab aku memang ada plan. Idea ada. Cuma nak execute that plan je. Belum lagi. Sorry tak join. Sorry lama tak join live. That's alright. No problem. Tak ada masalah pun. Thank you juga sebab join aku punya live stream hari ni semua. Thank you so much. And raya belum habis. So yeah. Siapa yang ada open house lagi, pergi beraya. Sayonara, mata dah kuyu. Alright, kunju. Esok kerja macam biasa, semua kerja. Aku pun kerja juga. Tapi aku punya kerja di rumah saja. Remote work. See you soon Fitri. Bye bye. Have a good night. Video habis baru pun insyaAllah boleh buat. Tapi yang penting, apa yang aku plan, ARLECCHINO guide. Itu aku nak buat. And then kalau aku dah fully build ARLECCHINO tu, aku nak buat ARLECCHINO punya showcase. Dua ni memang aku plan nak buat. Tapi ya, insyaAllah lah. Lepas tu baru aku try buat Abyss kot guna ARLECCHINO pula. Solo ARLECCHINO boleh ke? I don't think so. Navy Lab pun Navy Lab boleh lah. Cuma floor 9, 10, 11 gitu boleh lah. But floor 12 tak boleh. But yang penting, memang aku akan try main Abyss bersama ARLECCHINO lah. Not solo, maybe bersama team dia. Sebab team dia pun aku tak sure lagi team apa yang next. Nanti aku akan usah-usah lagi. So, that's it. That's all for today. Itu je lah untuk kita punya stream hari ni. Thank you so much dekat korang semua yang sudah join aku punya stream daripada awal sampai habis. And main story quest tu, sesiapa yang, aku tak ingat siapa yang suggest. Tapi ya, harap orang tu ada perasan lah aku buat live stream hari ni. Takut tiba-tiba dia tunggu hari Jumaat pula nanti. But anyway, story quest kali ni memang fun. Aku memang suka gila. So, next week dalam live stream nak buat apa, aku tak sure lagi. Tengoklah dulu macam mana. Tengoklah apa plan aku untuk next week. Korang just stay tune je nanti ya. Nak solo kena pandai dodge, of course. But tengok dulu macam mana. InsyaAllah kalau aku ada berani, aku akan buat ikut. Tengok dulu. Anyway that's it. That's all for today. Thank you so much dekat korang semua yang join aku punya stream hari ni. Selamat Hari Raya and have a good night everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.